Hello, Sudoku friends. Welcome to the New York Times Hard Sudoku. Today is March 7, 2023. Without further ado, let's see what we have to deal with. There's a 4 and a 7 here. So these two squares will have to be a 4 and a 7. There's a 9 blocking over and the 9 blocking down. One of these is a 9. And because of this 9 here, one of these is a 9. One of these must be a 2 due to the two 2's here blocking. We got a couple of 8s blocking down and 1 8 blocking over. So this is an 8. 4 blocking down, 4 blocking up. This is a 4. 6 blocking up, 6 blocking down, 6 blocking over. One of these is going to be a 6. We also have the 6 blocking down and the 6 blocking over. One of these is a 6 and therefore one of these is a 6. 5, 6 and 8. They need to find squares in these three squares. They have to be 5, 6 and 8. Because they cannot go in any of these three squares for obvious reasons. So 5, 6, and 8 here. We got a 6 and an 8 blocking down, so this is a 5. This is now a 6 or an 8. Well, actually, this is a 6 and an 8. And therefore, these must be a 1, 2, and a 3. And since these are 1, 2s, and 3s, these therefore must be a 7, 9, and a 4. There's a 7 and a 4 blocking here, so that makes this a 9. And these now, as I said earlier, have to be a 4 and a 7. A 6 must go in one of these two squares, a 1 in one of these two squares. 1 blocking here, 1 blocking down here, 1 blocking down here. So this is a 1. 1 blocking here, 1 blocking here, 1 blocking here. This is also a 1. Now one of these must be a 1. For these three squares, we need to find a 2, 3, and a 6. And one of these must be a 2, because the 2 blocks here, right? These three squares need to be a 2, 9, and a 3. So 2, 3, 9 here. That makes these a 5, 6, 7. There's a 5 and a 5 blocking here, so therefore this is a 5. One of these now must be a 5. We got a 6 blocking over, and we got a 6 blocking up. Therefore this is a 6. And therefore this is a 6. And we do remember that the other digit that was possible here is a 2. And that makes this a 3. 3 blocking over goes to 3 down here, 3 here. These two squares must be a 9 and a, no, there must be a 7 and a 5. So if these are 7 and 5, then these squares must be a 2, 3, and a 9. We got a 2 blocking over here, so this is a 2. This cannot be a 9, therefore it must be a 3, and the 9 must go here. This last square is therefore doomed to be a 7. A couple of 9s blocking over like so, and 1 9 blocking up, 1 9 blocking down. This is therefore a 9. So these are 4s and 7, and therefore these have to be a 2, 5, and a 9. There's a 2 and a 5 blocking here, so the 9 must go here, and these are now 2s and 5s. We got 2 1s blocking over, so therefore this is a 1. Let's have another look at these three squares. 4 and 7 here, therefore 1, 2, and 3 here. Now we got a 1 and a 2 blocking down, so the 3 is going to go here. This 3 blocks over, this 3 blocks up. One of these is a 3, and therefore one of these is going to be a 3. 1, 2, 3 squares to be filled with a 7 and a 4 and a 5. And 5 can't go here. 5 can't go here. Therefore, this is a 5. Now 7, 4 here, 7, 4 here, 7, 4 here, and definitely not 7, 4 for this square. We'll see how it turns out. 4, 6, and 7 for these squares here. Those can't be placed at this time. I'm still eyeing the 5 and the 7 that will have to go here. And these again were a 9, 2, and a 3. Let's see. 2, 5 here. 4, 6, 7, 8 for these squares here. It's a 6, 7 here. 4, 6, 7, 8, did I say? Well, there's a 6, 7, 8 in the rows, and this is a 4. And this is now a 6, 7, 8. We got a 6 and an 8 here. So this is a 7. This is now a 6, 8, and this is a 6, 8. Okay, got it? And therefore, this is a 7 and this is a 5. Yes. And these two squares now must be a 3 and a 4. We got a 4 in the column, making this a 3 and this a 4. I think it's a good thing that I'm pressed for time today because this puzzle is not looking as if it's going to break my back today. 5, 6, and an 8 for these squares. Let's see, 5, 6, and 8. Well, 5 and 8 are blocking here. These therefore must be 5 and an 8, making these a 6 and a 6 blocks here. So this is a 6, making this a 3. And now these two must be a 7 and a 4. And 7 fours here as well. Here 1 and 2. Not yet possible. These two were a 4 and a 7. Still has to wait. But we are closing in on a solution here. I'm pretty confident. Let me look at these squares again. An 8 and a 6. No. Then across here. 1, 2, 3, and a 9. 3 and a 9 here. So this is a 1, 2. And we know that this is a 1, 2 as well. So, well, if these are 1, 2s, then we just need 3 more, don't we? Namely 4, 7, 8. So an 8 must go up here somewhere, yes, because we have 8s here, right? Nah. So a 1, 2 here, what are these 3 possibilities? A 3 and a 9 in addition, 1, 2, 3, 9. There's a 3, 9. So, this is a 1, 2, and this is a 1, 2. Got it? So this is a 3, 9, and this is a 3, 9. Can we use that for anything? All it tells me is that one of these must be a 3. But I could have found that out by just observing these two threes, couldn't I? Let me look at these again. 6 and 8. 6 here. 6 here. So what is the question again? The question is, why didn't I notice this a lot earlier? That is the real question here. And the 8 here, and therefore an 8 here, and a 5 here. And that gives me 1, 5 here, and that gives me a 2 here. Oh yeah, 6 squares to be found. Let's see, we can't do anything with the 1s. Can we do something with the 2s? No. 3s? No. 4, we got the 4, 5. What about the 6? 6 and 6. Yes, this has got to be a 6 because this 6 blocks over, this 6 blocks over, this blocks up. So this is a 6. These two squares now must be a 2 and a 1. We got a 1 in this row, so the 2 goes here and the 1 here, and therefore one of these must be a 1, we know. But we know now that these 3 squares must be a 2, 7, and a 9. Can we do something here now with the 2, 3, and a 9? No, not yet. But we do remember the 1, 2, and the 3, 9 that we have here. Now that we have found the 1 here, we know that this was a 1, 2 because I remember that. Therefore, this is a 2 and this is a 2. And this is a 2, this is now a 1, making this a 1. Sometimes it pays to remember. We did say that this is a 1, 2, so I didn't really have to analyze it one more time. So a 9 must go here or here, and the other must be a 3. And we got a 3 going up here. So this is a 3. Therefore, this cannot be a 3. This must be a 3. And that makes this a 9, of course. And this now is also a 9. These two squares must be a 7 and a 3. We got a 3 in the row, making this a 7 and this a 3, making this a 7, and therefore this must be a 4. And that takes care of the 4, 7 pair we had here. This is now a 7, and this has got to be a 4. It turns out that this puzzle was about the same level of complexity as yesterday's New York Times hard puzzle. And yesterday's wasn't difficult either. I hope that you enjoyed it though, and that you'll come back for more soon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.